Life. Thanks for joining me. Ooh, guys, I had a crazy busy day. Let's just say it was really busy, really busy. But I did get a chance to get out, and I had my appointment with my trainer in the afternoon. So that was about an hour. And then I spent like 30 minutes walking on the treadmill because I need to get my steps in. And then I showered and then back to work. So I just got off, finished working like maybe 30 minutes ago. And then I had dinner. I had a pretty good dinner though. I got to share that with you guys. But look, I am in my room, my comfortable space. Do you know my bedroom? This is my safe space. This is my oasis. So, and tonight I've got some hot tea. It's kind of chilly in the house. I turned the heat off and I opened the doors to get some air because of the weather. It was pretty nice outside. But now that it's evening, it's a little chilly. I haven't turned on the heat just yet, but I'm like, it's fine. I'll turn it on when I done making this video with you guys, chatting with you. So, hmm. Now this tea is decaffeinated because when I'm done with the video, I want to shower and then I'm going to just head to bed. But I wanted something warm, and I always have to drink something as I'm chatting with you. So, how was your day? Who's in here so far? How are you guys? Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Let me have a little bit more. Oh, and it's cinnamon tea, by the way. It's a decaffeinated cinnamon tea. Oh, it feels so good going down too. Yeah, I had a really busy day, but not busy enough to get on and chat with you guys because let's just say uh there's a lot going on in these streets, YouTube streets. Harry is dominating the news now. Harry and the royal family, and of course Meghan Markle and her that interview with that Jamie Lynn, whatever her name, weird. Um, so, Megan, as long as she's in the news, I was thinking of something, two things. First of all, I'll touch on Harry and Meghan for a little bit, and then I want to move on to something else. There are two other topics I kind of want to address tonight on this video. And just leave your comments in the chat if you could, please. So, I thought I was looking at Meghan Markle. First of all, Prince Harry. Let's start with Prince Harry. Prince Harry, who's this? Oh, Bella Steele, hello. Nala, hi. Meredith Purdue, hello, hello. So, Prince Harry, you know what I was thinking, guys? He's got another book coming out. And I'm wondering if he's preparing for more content for that second book. And in that second book, because remember he said there was a lot that he left out in that first book. I'm thinking that this is gearing up for that second book. And the royal family should brace themselves because he is on a mission to just kind of destroy the whole royal brand, because he didn't get what he wanted. So this spare book number 2, I don't think it's going to do as well. I don't think it's going to do as well as the first one, because I think Harry has really tarnished his brand. He's ruined his brand with all these constant legal fights, and he and Meghan cosplaying royals because they want to covet Kate and William's life, and we see it. But I do think that if he's got some more secrets to share about his father and his brother and the going ons behind that castle, I think that's why the machine, I thought about that. I think that's why the machine is really giving Megan everything she wants. Because they want to capitalize on Harry's book, Spare, too. And remember, he said that he had a lot more to talk about in Spare. Remember the Spare one? He said he had left a lot out. And I believe that he's going to use this lawsuit and the fact that he lost and the fact that his father's not speaking to him. I honestly believe that he's going to come out with more dirt on his family. He wants to destroy the brand altogether. Oh yeah. Listen. Oh hell yeah. He does. Mm. So I was thinking of that. I'm like, you know what, Harry is a spoiled brat. But behind closed doors, I don't think he's easy to manipulate. Like the media says that he's afraid of Meghan, and that Meghan controls him. I think they've been together long enough that that's sort of, he's not as infatuated with her. They've been married 7 years. But I do believe behind closed doors, he's still a spoiled prince. He really is. And I don't think he's easy to deal with behind closed doors with Meghan Markle. I think she's a hot mess, but I think he is a mess too. I think that them walls be a rumbling in that Montecito mansion. So it's a good thing that them houses are like a quarter of a mile apart from each other or even more, because these two, Harry is very vindictive. Look how he treated his family. We were all talking about how Meghan treat her family. Look how Harry's treating his family. Look how he's treating his family, his own brother. That spare too, he's going to have to, because they need the money too. And Megan is going to keep hitting him with it. We need money, we need money, we need money. And he's going to be angry because he will not get access. And if the king, God forbid, if he passes away sooner than later, and and then he and Harry cannot get that access, Harry, and he has not written that spare two. See, he's coming up with all the material for spare two, and he's gonna share a lot more secrets that I think that the royal family would prefer to keep secret. He's got to come out with something, and that makes more sense to me. Why the machine is trying to keep Meghan Markle, give her what she want, so that when Harry comes out with that spare two, then you've got the interview, then you've got interviews, multiple interviews, and then because he's got to sell that book, and then they got to get access to Megan. Megan may talk about the book on her so-called cooking show, or on maybe she can go back to Jamie's show, or CBS with Paramount, or Big O, or Gail King. I mean, it's all they. That's a package deal, and that makes more sense why the machine is still holding on to her. But Harry's coming out with the book. Harry's coming out with that part two, and he's coming. He's coming. He's coming with guns blazing. And I don't think Harry is any different than Meghan in that aspect, because we're blaming Meghan for all of Harry, but Harry, when you truly love your family like that, after a while you're not willing, especially your father got cancer. Mm-mm. I think Harry's got a lot to answer to. I really do. So now with Meghan Markle though, Meghan Markle, I was thinking with her, she get. Let me drink this. My throat is so dry. Excuse me. Mm. I was thinking with Meghan Markle and how all of these influencers are pushing her up on their show, especially that Jamie girl is one, for example. Or I look at Big O, and well, Tyler Perry does give to the community, but he also allegedly sexually harass straight black men to get roles, if you know what I mean. That's what Christian Keys implied, and all of a sudden Christian Keys got quiet, which leads me to think that Tyler Perry may have paid him off allegedly. Okay. But anyways, this Jamie girl, she sold $1 billion to Revlon, or one of the major cosmetic companies, right? So she's got a new podcast. In her first podcast, she decides to invite Meghan Markle. Now, my question is this: how come all of these influencers and all them, why don't you use your resources? If she's a billionaire, this girl, Jamie girl, why can't she promote females who are small business owners, who could definitely use that kind of leverage, that kind of promotion? I had a client a couple of years back, because I'm an accountant by trade. I have an accounting practice. One of my clients, she was an airline stewardess, and she had a side business that she started, and she was selling cosmetics, but her cosmetics, like, it had airline names on it, like, she said runway red for her lipstick, or what was it, gate something or I can't remember, but I was helping her with her sales taxes because she had an online store, so you have to pay sales taxes depending on what state you're in. So she had to get her sales taxes right. So I helped her with that. But someone like that, and she ordered her products from China, and then she would send her or the products to in the United States, where they would label it with her business name on it and everything, and the name of the product. But she had a small business. She could certainly use someone like a Jamie, who's a cosmetic. If she's selling her cosmetic line, it for $1 billion, that's impressive. And there are small business owners that could use that sort of access. And it occurred to me that, and I watch Megan because I told you guys, for me, I'm trying to be more compassionate, and I do try to understand, why do I have this sort of cringy feeling, or why do I get these feelings when I see Meghan Markle? And it occurred to me that the reason is because we know she's artificial, she's phony. But what she's selling is, look at my lifestyle. I am rich and I'm beautiful. Don't you want to live like this? No, we don't want to. We want to be comfortable. We don't want to trade places with you. No. But what we don't like is when that machine and those powers to be, like Big O, who stood, and Taraji P. Henson and The Color Purple. Taraji had to speak out that Big O, who was producer on The Color Purple, the remake, that they had these girls go into the set and rent a car. They had to share trailers. They had to do their own makeup and order their own food. So, old Big O would treat black actresses like that. And Taraji is a vet. She's not even trying to push Taraji up, but she would give Meghan Markle a platform. Those are the things that we see and we don't like. We don't like the wealthy, and it seems like that's what our society is becoming now. It's like the wealthy, it's them, and they promote each other, but they don't really give a shit what happens to the smaller people. And Megan gives off that air, and we cringe when we see it. It really turns us off because we know that it's not real. It's smoke and mirrors. But she treats everybody like that. Everybody. But the people around her, the powers to be around her that keep trying to put her up, why don't you guys give those people who are in that industry that are working, they're working their ass off for decades. Guys, do you know I was killing myself? I work 7 days a week. Do you know I have to cut back because I'm going to give time to myself, because I'm not getting any younger. I am not going to live my life just working my ass off and then wake up and then have so many regrets. No. So how come Big O can't help to push Taraji P. Henson up? Oprah, why don't you do that instead of tearing down black men, and instead of being a gatekeeper? Why would she promote Meghan Markle? Who is Meghan Markle? Because Meghan Markle is attached to Prince Harry, and I also think Oprah's an anti-monarchist, in my opinion. Gayle King and the women that went up in that little tube, went up in the sky for 10 minutes, then came down, or 11 minutes, then came down, and then Gayle and Katy Perry kissing the ground. Lisa, what's Laura Sanchez, doing what she doing. And Gayle King is getting upset because we are not impressed with that. I don't know, Gail. Maybe we don't think much of rich women jumping in a tube, going shooting up to the sky and down for we're not impressed. Why couldn't they use the very accomplished scientists that were actual astronauts on that team? Gail said it. She said there were two female. One was an astrophysicist, and the other one, I can't. It was someone that was very credentialed, very educated, very qualified, and we would have been interested. Two females. Why not highlight them instead of these old raggedy ass rich women? Why do we need to see them? Because it's all about them. They don't give a damn about the little people, and that's what we don't like. And I hate, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I do understand why people voted for him, because he is what he is. There is no pretending. He don't apologize for it. And then our politicians, all of them. I don't trust any of them. So my point is, we okay. I don't want to get into politics, but I hope you get my point. When I look at Meghan Markle, I'm like, what she represent is something I just dislike. First of all, it's smoke and mirrors. It's what she's doing is nothing about it is real. Okay, nothing about it is real. But she so desperately wants to hold on to that sort of lifestyle. And then she does this food salad with this mental health stuff. Girl, you should be the last person talking about mental health. What is she saying? If I don't have to measure up or I don't have to please someone, I don't even know. It was just word salad. But I know that Jamie girl, she's the one that's very accomplished and she sold her business for $1 billion. Surely you could have found someone else, like some women who are really out here working their ass off. We don't want a handout. We just want a chance, an opportunity. That is it. We don't want a handout. We want an opportunity. That's not what Meghan wants. Meghan wants a handout. She wants you to keep lifting her up. We don't want that. But why is it, Jamie, that you could not get to find small There are many out there. There are many out there. Tens of thousands of small business owners in this country. And you got a lot of female business owners, small business owners that you could highlight on your show of all, colors, shapes, and sizes. Oh, you could have done that, but you chose to put Meghan Markle. Why? Gail King, she's gonna chastise us. Why? How come you guys could not promote one of the females that are behind the scenes? How come you guys couldn't do that? Put some shine on them. I thought you cared about female empowerment or female succeeding in this country. Gail, I thought you and Oprah cared. Oprah did not put Taraji P. Henson up. No, she didn't. And when they did the promo for Color Purple, the remake, Oprah didn't even want to stand next to Taraji. Gave her the cold shoulder because Taraji came out and exposed just how badly she was being treated. And she's a whole veteran in the industry. She's a legend. She's been around since the early 90s. That's crazy. Tyler Perry give a lot of people jobs. You know what? I used to try to support his movies, but once I saw that, like Tyler Perry, why do you want to be godfather to Meghan Markle's kid? Why? We know that you're still trying to find a way to slip Meghan Markle a job, and we're watching you, Tyler Perry. Why don't you give your time? Well, Tyler Perry, he does hire a lot of black people and people of color. Not just black, he hired Hispanics, he hired gays, he hired them all. So I won't get into Tyler Perry on that, but because he's got his own issues when the whole thing about harassing straight black men just so they can get a role, and actors that have been acting for decades. Okay, so we're going to leave Tyler Perry alone, and all this is alleged, Tyler Perry. So don't come for me because I ain't got no money. You come for me, I'm going to scream from the rooftop. I'll be on this YouTube channel 24/7 then. Who else? Wait, let's not. Who else did we forget? Who else is part? Netflix and Ted Sarandos. Netflix, I like Netflix. They have good content. I can't complain about that. They have good content, and they got content from, I told you I love my telenovelas. I love my French murder mysteries. What else? I like to watch foreign movies. And Netflix has a very diverse platform. So I can't question them. So I think that their motivation is they're holding on because they want that spare too. And they can create content from that. And then maybe there's an interview with Harry and Meghan that follows. So they want to keep Meghan close. I get that. The same with Ari Emanuel. I get that too. But Ari, I really wish, I can't say Ari don't promote African Americans or minority. He does. He promotes the top tier no matter your race. I get it. So I think Ari Emanuel too, he's got to stay close to Harry and Meghan. He got to stay close to Meghan so he can get to Harry. And with that spare two coming, maybe he can, push Meghan into some project where he can make some money, right? Who else in that group part of the machine? The Democratic Party, like Gavin Newsom. Gavin, I will never vote for you, ever. I don't care who's on the ballot. I will not be voting for you. Soon as you came out and stuck your head out and defended Harry and Meghan and spoke out against your own attorney general, why? You just lost the vote. Because I know, because I realize now that you are bought and paid for by special interests. That's why you did it. Because somebody behind you, the machine behind you said, do it, and you did it. And it must have been somebody pretty powerful, which leads me to think that there is a more powerful machine that's trying to really stay close to Harry and Meghan. And I do believe that there is a strong anti-monarchist influence behind Harry and Meghan. I really do. And Harry is about to, if I was William and Catherine, I would not say anything at all. I would let Harry and Meghan come out with their books. I don't give a shit. And then William, once it's his turn to reign, I will cut both of their titles. Yes, I would. All in my power, I would do it, and I would use their behavior, their past behavior, as the reason why. If you are not serving the royal, if you're not serving the, the royal institution in any capacity and you step down, why do you think you get the right to still use the titles? Why? That makes no sense. So William needs to just cut it. He need to rip the Band-Aid off, cut it, and then just don't say anything more. And then you can use Meghan and Harry's behavior all along. Keep track of all their behaviors so that can be proof. Let's check out some of the comments. All right, guys. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? I say the royal family coddled him because they were embarrassed of him, so they gave him rave reviews. Yeah, Deborah, I think he was always special needs, and they were the marketing of Prince Harry when he was behind under the palace, under the royal family control, was impeccable. We had no idea. When he would go to Africa and be rolling in the ground with the little kids, we just said, oh, look how lovely he is. No, he's special needs for real. He's real simple. He could speak clearly and understand. He's still a grown man, but he's not a deep thinker at all. No, I don't think so. But I think that they kept that pretty much control and maintain. We had no idea. And then he got Meghan. And I say she stole him. He was one of their most valuable assets, the royal family. She stole him from them and took him to the United States and then exposed him to the world and the scrutiny and the lights, not the scrutiny, because he gets benefit. And early on, he got benefits because we gave him the benefit of the doubt because he's a prince. And we thought, oh, she snagged one. He's handsome. And then we start to see the real him because, like I said, it is really hard to curate an image of yourself. Hollywood and these celebrities cannot create a brand. And if something's off, it's going to be exposed because we got cameras, social media, we got YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X. It's really hard, and you got to compete with everyday people that is out here online like I'm doing in my little space. But you got people that are kicking ass on social media, and they are really entertaining millions. And if you are screwed up as a celebrity and it's a camera and you decide to get on camera and we see it, we're going to call you out on it. And that's what happened with Harry and Meghan. These celebrities don't realize that they are so exposed. And what happened was when Meghan stole him from the royal family, from the royal institution, and brought him here, she shined a light on him. We got to really see that Harry's got some real issues up here. And there is a reason why two girls, well, he was engaged to one and the other one left, but neither one wanted to marry him. Who don't want to marry a prince? Who don't want to marry a prince? Something is going on with Harry. And now we get to see that, wait a minute, something ain't right. The same with Meghan Markle. She keeps coming out. The key is that you're supposed to go, when you reveal a little bit of yourself that ain't right, that's kind of quirky or a little off, what you do is fade to black. Just go away for a while. Let us forget. and then come out and don't make that same mistake again. She's not doing that. She keeps going out, going out, going out, going out. And now that I think of the machine, I think that they don't want her to go anywhere because they don't care how it affects her brand. At their goal at the end of the road is to destroy the monarchy. And Meghan Markle is being Harry's a useful idiot. Meghan Markle is just reckless. She's greedy and she's reckless. And it's going to get her in a lot of trouble messing around with them people. Messing around with them people. I agree. I think that they say they get along. I'm glad that the work's good for Prince William and his family. Yes, they're just appeasing Meghan Markle to get to Harry. Oh yeah, Deborah, they are. It is everybody's got an angle, and how come Meghan Markle and I question her mother too, and that's why I say she and her mother are not as close as they try to appear. First of all, her mother abandoned her for 10 years. Okay, I've never been away from I don't know nothing about that, man. Unless you are in a hospital damn near dead. If well, I don't want to get in legal trouble, so I'm not gonna. So, but she was gone for 10 years, and we don't know. Well, there are rumors as to why she was gone for 10 years. So that leaves, and during her daughter's developmental years. So how was Megan growing up with her father those 10 years? He had to be the mother and the father. That is just so sad. And then she dumps her father. And you know what? Harry's doing the same thing to his family, y'all. He's doing the exact same thing. His father got cancer. And he's still using his kids to dangle his father. That's crazy, y'all. That is cruel. Cruel. First, Meghan Markle wanted to do another interview with Oprah. Big O wanted Harry in the interview. Meghan Markle said no, so she got Jamie. Oh, yeah. Meghan Markle she's so reckless, you guys. She's so reckless. I'm like those same. Listen, Ari Emanuel is a businessman. He's an agent first. It's all about making money. You are a commodity. You are a product to him, and he's got to make money. So he's gonna make money coming and going, whether people like you or dislike you. Netflix will turn around. They got The Crown. Then they did Harry and Meghan, that story. They do the Invictus. But yesterday we talked about this. Don't be surprised. Fast forward 10 years from now, they'll be doing the story of Meghan Markle and all the dirty shit she did. And then Meghan Markle be saying, I'm going to sue. Yeah, go ahead and sue Netflix. I'm so disappointed. No, you. So these streaming, they're in the business of making money. It's not personal. I think that Ted Sarandos and his wife getting involved with Meghan Markle on a personal level, I think is more like Ted Sarandos' wife. That's a bad deal because she say they're partners. Meghan Markle is an employee. She's a contractor with them. That's all with Netflix. You cannot, because all you're going to do is end up hurting a girl. Or what? Ted Sarando, you want to lose your job over Meghan Markle? I don't think so. The Dems are helping Meghan Markle to build a portfolio. She's going to run for politics. Yeah, that's what they say, but who's going to vote for her? The Democrats are stupid. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk politics. Right now, the Democratic Party right now, let me tell you how this bubble works. Kamala Harris, side note. Do you know there's two reporters, investigative reporters that recently wrote a book on behind the scenes of Kamala Harris campaign. And do you know that they said that Kamala Harris and her team really thought that they had it in a bag? They thought they had it. She turned down Joe Rogan. Kamala, how do you turn down Joe Rogan? Kamala Harris, sit down and talk to the dude. That's all you got to do. But they were so clueless. Here's another example. Kamala thought that if she would get all the celebrities to come to Pennsylvania, she had Bon Jovi, she had Beyonce. Who else did she have? Kerry Washington, Eva Longoria. What's the girl? Anyways, she had big time celebrities, right? Oh, Taylor Swift. So they thought, oh, well, because we got all these big stars, Kamala Harris got it in the bag. And do you know that these two investigative reporters said that Kamala and her team were devastated? They were like shocked. And it's like, well, I mean, how did you think you were going to win? You didn't even go on Joe Rogan. So how are you going to get any of those bros votes? You have to go out there and talk to people real. Kamala Harris can't do that. She can't go. She's a corporate mouthpiece. That's what I'm saying. So how do we get on Kamala Harris? Oh, the politics. Yeah, so the Democratic Party, yeah, they think, oh, we have Prince Harry. So they're gonna do all this to promote Meghan Markle. Good luck with that. I think Meghan Markle will do a tiny bit better than Kamala Harris, but Meghan Markle got that word salad shit going too. You can't do word salad in this day and age of communication. You got to come on out with it. It's the wild, wild west out here. You see Bernie Sanders, he out there tearing the Democratic Party apart. He's talking, yeah, universal health care. He's speaking truth. Yes, he is. And he's not apologizing for it. And then you got Trump's people, they out there trying to push their side, their agenda. And the American people come the next election, we have to vote. That's how democracy works. But you're not going to bullshit us anymore. We're not falling for it. So the Democratic Party, and you might be right, Deborah, because there is a machine behind Meghan Markle that's really curating, they're cultivating her stat. They're creating an image and a product. And it's not based on anything real. It's not just like Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. They were just what? Business partners. When I see here Hillary Clinton goes, she let him do what he wants to do and she go with her girls. You know what I mean? So none of it is real. We don't want to hear that shit. Trump say you can go and grab the P word, and he still got elected. You know why? Because he said and so what? But he had ideas that he wanted to do, and he expressed it. But you look at Kamala, she kept talking about her mother buying a house. Kamala, don't nobody give a shit about your mother buying no house when you were 14. Plus, you're cosplaying black. I'm just so tired of all that. It's all bullshit. So now they want Meghan Markle. Yeah, they're trying to make her. So I guess Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be the first political couple. They want to really, market them as a political couple. Now they would look good as a political couple because they both, but start asking questions. It's going to be, because Meghan, come on now. Megan's and she gonna do the word salad stuff. So I think the was get her far, but I don't think it's gonna get her far with us. Cause you can't listen. You gotta come to us real now. If you in politics, you better speak real. That's the only way we're gonna listen, because you can't fool us. We don't want to see any bullshit. Don't stop playing in our faces. Stop playing in our faces. Cut it out. That's what I don't like about Meghan Markle. That's the thing I keep telling you guys what I see. There's the elite, those that are wealthy. It has become, they are so much out of touch. It's shocking. Like when you think, Kamala Harris' brother-in-law is what, VP or president of Uber or CEO of Uber or something. And do you know how Uber be price fixing and stuff? Have you heard about that? It's like, wait a minute. You could be in the same location. I saw on YouTube, and check it out. You can be at the same. They had 5 Uber drivers. They did an experiment. This was Vice, I think. Check it out on YouTube. Oh, they had 5. This had to been like in San Francisco or something. 5 YouTube listen to me. 5 Uber drivers. So they sent them all out one at a time, same area, same distance. You got to check it out. But the rates were all kind of different. And then you don't know, Uber does not provide the detail as to how much they charge and how much this. They're doing some dirty handed stuff that they're doing. And it's actually, they're trying to pay their drivers as less as possible. So you don't really know, okay, if I earn $35 on this ride, How much is it? How much are you charging me per mile? And it should be the same per mile per person, no matter especially if you're in the same neighborhood, zip code. So that's Kamala Harris' brother-in-law, right? So Kamala Harris, what was Kamala Harris really gonna do for the people? Nothing. Nothing at all. So, anyways, because she's part of that elite, that's my point. So, yeah, the Democratic Party, I think you're right, Deborah. It might be more they're trying to shape the future of the Democratic Party, and they think having Prince Harry being the prince and Meghan Markle, they can actually serve as political dynasties in this country, the new generation. I got news for you, Meghan Markle. Don't even try, girl. You're going to lose. And the Democratic Party, it'll just be another slap in the face. And you guys, if you guys try to support, but Gavin Newsom did stick his head out. He stuck his neck out and spoke out against his own attorney general, y'all, to defend Harry and Meghan. His attorney general, they were the ones that that prevented Harry and Meghan. They basically canceled their nonprofit status because Harry and Meghan were not keeping up with the license, filling out the new paperwork every year, paying the license fees, all of that. So the attorney general said, okay, like they would do anybody else with the nonprofit. If you're not keeping up with the paperwork, then we're going to cancel your nonprofit status. What did Governor Newsom do? He came out in an interview for something else, and then he came out and spoke out formally defending Harry and Meghan and said it was like a clerical error or a typo. That's when I said, oh, hell no. He's a whole governor of California. And remember they had the fires? And remember how Harry and Meghan were able to go and step over all of the homeowners couldn't go and get some of their personal belongings to see what they can salvage. Harry and Meghan were climbing over sacred ground. Who gave them that right? Gavin Newsom's wife. That's why I told you I'm not going to California. No, 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 no. Listen. I don't have the power to change things on a big scale, but I'm not going to be a hypocrite. First of all, California is too goddamn expensive. Secondly, I don't like this Gavin Newsom going around and kissing ass and trying to promote. They're trying to build up Harry and Meghan, and you're right, Deborah, I see it. They are trying to prepare them to be the future of the Democratic Party. Y'all lost me anyways. I'm an independent. But I won't go to California. There's no way in hell I'm gonna go to California and blow my hard-earned money. You know you know how hard I have to work for my money? And then I gotta go spend it. $20 for a little goddamn salad with lettuce, tomatoes, no meat. And I'm supposed to throw away my cash like that to California? No. Nope. Plus, that's where Hollywood is, and we know y'all all kind of nasty and weird. So no. Sorry, I don't want to offend my followers here, those viewers who live in California. I love you, but I got I got to be honest about how I feel about California. So yes, I agree with you, Deborah. Yeah, they're trying to prepare Meghan Markle. We got to keep an eye out because Meghan, we watching you, girl, and the Democratic Party. Harry is a product of the royal family. He wasn't the nicest guy. PA bailed him up. Him out of a lot of things. Prince Andrew, yeah, with all, oh God, and what do y'all think of what's that, the young lady that was the traffic victim that died? That's so tragic. They said she was trafficked since she was like a little 6 or 7-year-old. That is horrific. Oh, I feel so bad for her. Exactly. Meghan Markle is the look at me. I've made it allegedly. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's all smoke and mirrors. Cause it's like she act like my husband loved me and I'm so happy. And I'm like, girl, why are you so happy? Your husband's so miserable. He's out here doing all kind of interviews, temper tantruming, and posting long ass 2-3 page ramblings on Sussex.com. Like anybody give a shit. We got comments, sis Harry. We got eyes, and we can see that your father has got cancer and your brother William is struggling with being king next in line, dealing with his wife with cancer and his little kids, and your ass is getting upset because you can't, the taxpayers will not, the British taxpayers will not pay for your security full time. Like, who do you think you are? Why would they have to break the rules for you? If they break the rules for you and let you pay for your own security, then they got to do the same thing for when Beyonce go over to the UK and she says, I got my guards, and then they carry guns. And then what other rich asshole goes over there? Tom Cruise goes over there. Oh, well then my security, I'll pay for it. Let them. So you got these people outside of the UK police running around with guns. Really? Harry, that's stupid. Why would you be any different? It is crazy. And then she's running around grinning and smiling. So I think the Democratic Party, it's all of them. I'm, you know what? I cannot wait to see how this works out. Because they don't see it because they are so in their bubble. Kamala did not know she lost. Kamala really thought when she turned down Joe Rogan, I knew she had a problem. I knew it. Because I said, no way. You got to sit down with these podcasters. And the big Joe Rogan is the #1 podcaster in the world, and you won't sit down with him? And then your team, he's not lying on you. And Joe Rogan, I used to love Joe Rogan, but now he's become such a bro channel, I can't deal with it. But part of me, if he put good content on, I will watch it. Because what I do is I believe in letting people, listen, just because people voted for Trump do not mean that they're racist. Or they're for Project 2025 and none of that. It's just we had no choice. The Democratic Party got Biden should have stepped his old ass down. He should not have ran again. And they should have had a primary and let them duke it out. So it's the Democrats' fault too. So you cannot blame everything on the people. The voters, we had no choice. We're tired. It was the Democratic Party were the ones that took the jobs. If it's the NAFTA agreement, North America Free Trade Agreement, that was under Clinton. He was the one that ripped all them jobs out of those blue collar areas and moved them to Mexico and China and all of that. And guess what? Those communities they have no industry. They're struggling. That was the Democratic Party. So you got all these blue collar workers who bought into it in the 60s, in the 70s. And then the Democratic Party betrayed them. And then you want to turn around and call them racist. No, 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 no. You can't play that game. We got eyes and we got ears. COVID woke us up. A lot of us are still. I literally had to kill myself to work 7 days a week to pay for. Do you know how much I have to pay for health insurance? And the reason why I'm getting the help. Okay. All right, I'm getting upset, y'all. Let me stop. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Let me calm down, okay? But my point is that there's something wrong with both sides of the party. And the Democratic Party cannot sit and pretend like they're the ones that should be, they're a martyr. They're the good party. No, you're not. You dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. And then you going to try to push Kamala Harris on us and tell us that's the one we should vote for? No, hell no. And now you guys are really trying to push Harry and Meghan because it's all about image. I got news flash for you. Y'all going to lose again. Go ahead. Go on and push Harry and Meghan. And we'll be back talking about this again, laughing about it. I must confess, I don't like Harry attaching himself to Black Africans for charities to make money. Yeah, I agree with you too. I totally agree with you. Because Harry, after what's the African lady that's come out on him and exposed him for being the asshole that he is? I can't think of her name, but now she's been quiet, which leads me to think that they're paying her off behind the scenes, but she taking that ass to court. Harry is selling. She shined a light on him. He got mad at her because she wouldn't apologize to Meghan. Did you remember I did that video this was last year, when they were up there at that polo event, and the lady she is like on the head of the board, and she was trying to get the trophy, and Meghan was telling the lady, go over there, go over there, go over there. And it all got caught on camera. So Harry, she said that Harry called her and asked her if she could report to the media and apologize to Meghan and make it right. And she was like, no. She said, if anything, it'll make it worse. You know, Megan draws, she's polarizing. She draws a lot, and it's just going to make it worse for her. And she said, it's not my fight. It's not my fight. So Harry gets mad, and Harry starts to undermine her. And she's right. She's saying she wants to, instead of having white, the British control this African charity, she'd like to see it based in Africa, not in Britain. And it makes sense to me. Okay, Jillian Shotboat. Hello from Romania. Hi, how you doing, Jillian? Just discovered your podcast. I love a straight talker. Thank you. You welcome, Jillian. I'm going to tell you the truth, and and I'm a very kind person, but I don't believe in bullshit. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. I believe in compassion and kindness, but I also believe in straight talk because you know what? We've gone past the BS talk now. We've gone past the smoke and mirrors and the illusions that Meghan Markle and the people that machine that's Ari Emanuel and Netflix. I do get their angle. I do. But Big O and Tyler Perry and this Jennifer girl and all these the others, no. Uh Gavin Newsom coming out. Gavin, I told you when I saw him do that, I bet if I had a mirror, I'm sure my face turned plum red because I was like, oh no, you didn't. No, you did not use your political capital to support and defend and protect, offer protection to Harry and Meghan over his own attorney general. That's when I said, oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Well, you will not be getting my vote. And everybody I talk to, every chance I get, I will express that. I will shine a light just on that. Because that was a red flag that you full of shit. Deborah says, it's a big thing for a black man like him to be the godfather, the king of England's grandfather. That's granddaughter. That's big. Yeah, that is. Mm-hmm. That's why Netflix is going to keep her for Harry. Yes, I think so too, Deborah. I agree. Do you think she gave up some of the cat for those white daddies to keep her around? Oh, Deborah. I told you, Meghan, that's her default position. Meghan Markle, she was, allegedly a yacht girl. And you know how much work she had to do just to get on Suits? And she's a whole D-list actress. All that work, she must have been bad at it. Because all she could accomplish was becoming a D-list. She was, what, 6th or 7th on the call sheet for Suits? I never even saw Suits. I know they say it's a good series, but I can honestly tell you, I never saw Suits. I didn't know who she was until she got with Prince Harry. I never knew who she was. And when I saw Suits, I remember the Afro Latina girl, Torres. She's an Afro Latina. I remember seeing her, but I've seen her act in many shows. She's actually a very and she was married to Lawrence Fishburne at one time. So she's a busy actress. She's busy booking jobs. Meghan Markle was not the Torres girl. No. So I had no idea who Meghan Markle was until she married she got with Prince Harry. And as soon as she got with Prince Harry, I started hearing Piers Morgan slamming her. He was slamming her, saying that she what did she call what did they call you? She ghosted him. She went and had drinks with him at a pub and because remember, she told her friends, find me a rich man. Yes. And Meghan Markle tried to get with the footballers, the soccer players, and it didn't work. That's her default. She did. She put it on them, and they were just like, thank you, and went on about their business. They didn't try to wife her. Only person to wife her was dumbass Prince Harry. And that's now that thanks for her exposing Prince Harry, too. Thank you, Meghan. We see Prince Harry is not all there at all. Because he actually fell in love with her and made her his wife. And she birthed 2 of his kids. But don't worry, Prince Harry. One good thing about men, you guys can always go and plant your roots somewhere else. You can look at this as a mistake and go on and plant. I shouldn't say that. Oh, God. Okay, now I'm being mean. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. I don't want to see any divorce. I don't want to see any kids lose their father or whatever. But, this is a mistake. He needs to go back home. But men can always start over. Women can't. Not like that. Because we have expiration dates on our eggs. Men don't have expiration. Well, they say that as they age, their sperm becomes less potent or something. I don't know. But you got old ass men having kids. Robert De Niro, Bobby D just had a baby with his new girl. And he's what, 80, 85 or something? So yes, Deborah, I think she gave some of that cat to those white daddies. Oh yeah, and she's still doing it. And you know what? I said that yesterday, and I'll stick by it. I think maybe Megan is also she do the girls too, because that's what you got to do. And Meghan Markle need the access, or need the money. So she's got to build good relationships with men and women. And her default and what she's because, now that I think about that's her only default. To me, you know what? Make it on your own. But, hey, that's me coming from someone. Listen, I came from nothing. I had to work my ass off. I went to school. Just give me an opportunity. Don't give, all I wanted is an opportunity. Don't give me no handouts. That was always my mindset. But Meghan Markle, when you a grifter, no, you want to get shit handed to you, and you want to do the bare minimum. And sometimes, many times, the bare minimum is just, So Megan is doing men and women, I believe. Yes. Imagine how dangerous they would be if the people if they had IPP status. You know what, Deborah? Can you explain? I meant to look that up yesterday. Can you explain in the comments what IPP status is? Because you mentioned that yesterday too, and I thought what is that? Do they get like diplomatic immunity because they're diplomats of the country? So, worst case scenario, they'll just be sent back to their country. Like Harry would be sent back to the UK, but he's able to get immunity from really anything, major crimes, anything. Hey, Brooklyn, how are you doing? Oh, Prince, I heard Prince Harry was, enjoyed Coca-Cola. Brooklyn, how you doing? We believe the royal family PR. Heck yeah, of course. When Jaguar Wright said they attended the Diddy's party. Oh my God. You know what? Harry, oh man. I wonder, but you know what? They had their security with them. So I'm thinking that maybe the security was a kind of a layer of protection for him. But now they have Meghan Markle let Prince Harry go and party with Kris Kardashian's boy toy. What was her boy? What's her boy toy name? Corey. And remember, Corey was Justin Bieber's tour manager. And he was at Puff Daddy Kim Porter's house the day she died. Corey was outside with Puff Daddy. They got history, baby. They got history. Meghan Markle thought it was a good idea to let her husband go on a ski trip with Corey, who's a big old freak. I'm assuming he is by the company he keeps. And I believe too, when I said that I believe Laura Sanchez strap on for Bezos, I think that Kris Kardashian does the same thing for Corey, because Corey got them big old baby making hips. And Corey he was on Puff Daddy's private planes years before Justin Bieber came along. Then all of a sudden Puff Daddy put Justin Bieber, put Corey as a tour manager for Justin Bieber, and you know what they said? They exploited Justin Bieber, allegedly. And now Corey is Kris Kardashian's boy toy. And Kris is the biggest pimp. Kris pimp her daughter's called. Let me tell you, Kris got. And so my point is that Meghan Markle, in her quest to try to catapult to stardom and money, she gonna give them dogs access to her husband, that crew. Oh, I can guarantee you in Prince Harry's phone, he's got 2 Kardashian numbers. I'm talking about the Kardashian girls. He got at least 2 of them. Oh, 2 of them got Harry's number. They don't need to talk to Megan. They already, all they needed was Harry's number. Corey already got Harry's number. So if you know, Corey's got Harry's personal phone number because they went skiing together. So they got to communicate. You know, Kris Kardashian got Corey's number. And if Kris Kardashian got Corey's number, who do you think she passed on the numbers to them dogs of hers, them girls? That's what I'm saying. And that's just the Kardashian. What about the other women that, so, this is Hollywood and Hollyweird, and they intertwine together. It is nothing. It is nothing to them to bet each other. Nothing at all. Like Megan's going around trying to make connections and build relationships. She gonna resort to her default role. So what do you think Harry's gonna do? You think Harry's sitting around while he's high? What did you think he doing? He can't even be there for his son's birthday. They're in this industry. A thought maybe that's why she holds on and controls the mother. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I have to read like this because I'm on my phone, and the reading part of the glasses are down here, so I'm like a 90-year-old trying to read. A thought maybe that's why she holds on and controls the mother. Could be. In the industry, you have to sacrifice. What if their deal was to give up their families? Good point, Deborah. Good point. Oh, good point. That's right. Because Kanye, they said his mama was a sacrifice, his mother. Puff Daddy, who was sacrificed around Puff Daddy? Oh, remember Puff Daddy? All those people got killed in the gymnasium in that junior college in New York. It was a lot of people they got stampeded to death because they locked the doors or something. So they only had one door to enter and exit. That's what I hear. I hear you have to sacrifice somebody. And when I think about that, that is spooky as hell. Who else in the industry? Because they say that's what happened with oh who was I thinking about? I was thinking Lamont Odom, but he's just a drug addict. Remember his friend that was on that show with when he and Chloe were married? That he died too, which is crazy. So yeah, they say you have to sacrifice to make it in Hollyweird. Did Big Willie Brown help Kamala allegedly? Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep, Deborah, he did. She was his. Now they claim that he wasn't married. I'm hearing and his wife says, ex-wife allegedly says they were married. But I can guarantee you, Kamala Harris, I mean, and Willie Brown is not very attractive, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry. But Kamala Harris, she was young when she got with him. So Kamala Harris was doing her work too. Because Kamala never had a real job. All her jobs has been government jobs. She never had to work in the public sector, in the private sector, sorry. She always worked for government. Brooklyn Love says, never turn against your family for your marriage mate, because family will always be family. A mate can divorce you. That's true, listen, Brooklyn. That's what I said. I'm like, listen, I would not recommend that for anybody. Because I always say my darkest times, I mean, we all have dark times, but I had multiple, but the darkest time when I really struggled, when it felt like everything burned around me, and then I just surrendered to my higher power. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. And then I miss my family. I missed my siblings, more specifically, my sister and my brothers. And when I got more in a healthy space, and I started to heal from the childhood trauma, because those of you that follow me, you know my background. I had an alcoholic father, and my mother died at 29 with 5 kids from cancer. So, and my father ended up losing his life to alcohol. So there was a lot, as you can imagine, there's a lot of trauma in my family with me and my siblings. So long story short, and then my long-term marriage ended, and then my father died, and everything burnt down around me. And my kids were little. They were little. They weren't even in grade. My son was in kindergarten, I think. just starting kindergarten, right when all this was happening. My daughter was just 4. And I would say a good 2 years or so, my siblings we bicker back and forth. Or we take each other for granted. That's the thing. I don't have time to talk. I'm doing this. I don't have time to do that. Oh, she said this. It's stupid shit. But when I start to piece my life back together with the help of my higher power, therapy, and I relied on my family, my siblings, and restored that relationship, I am at peace. I would not recommend anybody. And that's your blood. That's the thing. We don't have to talk to each other every day. You know what I mean? Because everybody's got lives. We don't have the time to. But we take time when we can to spend time together. And guess what? When we need each other, we can call. It's 5 of us. There's somebody for us to call. Like if one person ain't available, you can call the other. It's something having your family, your siblings that's been there with you since birth. And you walk the same path. You have the same roots. Harry did that to his brother William. That is cold. Oh, that's cruel. And Meghan Markle to do that to her father, she's sick. That's cruel. That man, he gave you life. And he took care of her all them years when he's never been an absent dad with her. He's always been there for her. And you going to cut him off? Why? Because he doesn't present well? You know what? I don't give a damn if my father was drunk as a skunk. Even my husband, we married. But my ex-husband and I, we came from similar backgrounds. So, and I don't want to tell his family's of origin story, but mine. So I never felt the need to be embarrassed of my father. Not as an adult and getting married, because I'm like, he's just sick. I had to keep him at a distance because he was very sick. But there's no way in hell that I wouldn't want him to see his grandchildren. I don't know what Megan's doing. I don't get that. And her father does not appear to be a severe alcoholic. He just seems to be a man that's blue collar, and what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? So let's look at the comments. Yep, Brooklyn, I agree. Never turn against your family. Not your blood. Not your blood. For nobody. Not your blood. Don't do it, because your blood is thicker than water, as they say, and it's true. And when you start to experience life, I feel sorry for, like, if you look at Meghan, there are people out there in the world that don't have anybody. Really. They age and get older and realize, and they look around, their kids don't want to be bothered with them. Their family, they have burnt bridges, build relationships. Don't burn them. Try to build relationships. Stop burning them. And I feel sorry for people like Meghan. Because Meghan, when you listen, when life get to life and you need somebody to talk to and you don't have nobody to call, pick up your phone and you look and you say you really want to reach out and talk to someone, but all these numbers, you can't talk to them. The closest people to you, your siblings and your father, that's terrible. How come Meghan is not communicating with any of her black side? What is that about? Surely didn't her mother have a sister? They had a picture of Meghan with her grandmother, her black grandma, pushing her black grandma. I saw pictures. She had pictures of Meghan with her black cousins when she was younger, but I guess it was before her mama went away mysteriously to wherever she went away to. But even still, Meghan Markle at one point did have communication with that side. And she could have benefited from having good relationships with both sides, because that would help her navigate this world in a more authentic way. Then she would, because I don't know where she got. That's why I told you guys there's trauma there. And I think her mother leaving her them 10 years, because she reminds me of somebody who lives, how someone who has such trauma in they're so wounded by trauma that the only way they can function is in a fantasy world. It's a created world, because they really cannot open themselves to the real world. They can't ground themselves because the real life is so painful, because they have been traumatized so much. So Meghan, I wonder that too with her. What's that untreated trauma? Because why does she feel the need to live in this fantasy world when she don't have to? She don't have to prove anything to any of us. She don't even have to show her face. I'm like, girl, she could get, she could have her own group of friends, her own for her if they were, if she was in a healthier space, but she's not. Well, I'm not gonna go down on a tangent. She's not. Are they in a swingers club? You know what? I think that's what they're getting at. That's what I was thinking when I saw Harry and Meghan on their wedding anniversary. They spent their wedding anniversary with the head of Paramount, with him and his wife. And his wife was on Meghan's show. She's the black lady with the weave, the long weave. So I think that Meghan Markle, because of her, she has already been introduced to that world. Because when you part of that world, baby, you have to be down for everything and anything. And Meghan Markle is down for it all. And she's going to show Prince Harry. And that's what I'm thinking. And think about Meghan Markle and Harry with Nacho. Fine as Nacho, fine as shit. As long as he don't talk. Just do not speak. Don't speak, Nacho. And his wife. And then that picture, I saw this in the Daily Mail, a picture of Meghan Markle hugging Nacho. That was a hug, baby. I knew she wanted to get a hug from Nacho. I knew that. I'm like, yeah, Meghan, go get that hug. Hug him every chance you can get. Let him know you're available, Meghan. But yeah, I think very much so. And you cannot be part of that Hollywood lifestyle. They be swinging and doing everything else. That's Hollywood. I'm telling you, everything goes. Everything goes in that lifestyle. Noor Gonzalez, hey, how you doing? Virginia. Happy, Harry, are you okay? From New York City, Psalm 146:3. Okay. I don't know what that is. The Dems so have lowered the bar, they think. Shake your booty to the pole will cut it. What you saying, Deborah? Shake your booty to. I think you're right, Rhonda. They're gonna pay her off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because they do not want her to start. Because she was listen, that African woman. She like went to Oxford or something. She's very accomplished, and the Queen she got some kind of honor from Queen Elizabeth. Very accomplished, and she's not gonna back down to your punk ass Harry. What the fuck are you? You and your grifter wife. And did you see the picture at that polo of Meghan Markle? Meghan was holding hands with Nacho's wife. Yeah, I think they are swingers. Because Meghan was holding hands with Nacho's wife. They were swinging and giggling, like two teenage girls. And then the African chairman, she walked by and Meghan wouldn't even speak to her. She gave her the mean girl, and then she just turned around and looked at Meghan and Nacho's wife. Meghan was playing them games with her, but it's like, Meghan, girl, you pale in comparison to that woman. That woman is accomplished beyond something you will ever know or be able to comprehend. You're going to be until you 75. Can you imagine her aging out with Meghan's soft, wrinkled ass body, still trying to practice them yacht girl ways? She's going to end up switching to women only because that will be her only option. Men are not going to want her because she's aged out. Sorry, men are visual. Women are more emotional. And Meghan Markle will always be the grifter that she is. And she's going to continue them Yago rays because she don't know nothing else. So she going to just, maybe what she can do is become close. She can switch back and forth. She can become lovers with Nacho's wife. Screw Nacho too. When Harry don't know it, or his wife, or maybe they do know it. You never know, because that's how they roll. And then the head of Paramount and his wife, because they were all on Harry and Meghan's wedding anniversary. For real, really. I'm not gonna spend. And when I was married, we never spent our wedding anniversary with anybody but ourselves. It was just he and I. Rinsky, hey Rinsky, how you doing? How was your day? I really hope Trump is keeping an eye on Harry and Meghan's shenanigans. Trump is being, you know what? I noticed Trump is being really controlled when it comes to Harry and Meghan. Like he did mention he feels sorry for Harry because of his wife. I was like, ouch. That was a couple of weeks ago. But Trump wants to keep a good relationship with King Charles. So I think Trump and Trump is dodging bullets from them terrorists and all that, trying to spin that one. So Deborah says, ouch, default. Yes, that is her default. Yeah. Brooklyn says she never saw Suits either. Honestly, I had no idea who Megan was. I did not know until I knew she was getting with Prince Harry. And I was like, oh, wow, he got a swirly wife. And I said, I knew she was mixed with black, but I didn't know if it was her father black or her mother black. But people say, I didn't know she was black. I'm like, shit, I can look and tell that girl was mixed with black. But we can tell. I mean, she can chop up her nose and shave off her chin and get rid of them ethnic features, relax the hair. I get it. But yeah, I could tell that girl had black in her. She's biracial. Her mother's black and her father's white, and that's okay. Deborah said, here's the thing. Meghan Markle fits what the Dems need. She is not too dark. Yep. Has a black mother. Yep. She fits the mold for black Americans, just saying. But you know what? The problem the Democrats don't see, and this is a trap they're falling into with this whole race card. Because they think they think we're a monolith, that we all think alike. Another thing, they think all black women think alike. So you think that Meghan Markle, you don't think that we know that Meghan Markle never wanted to identify as black? You don't think that we spotted that Meghan Markle had no black friends shown in her grade school pictures, her middle school pictures, her high school pictures, her college pictures? She didn't grab a black person until she met Serena Williams. And that's only because Serena Williams happened to be one of the best female tennis players ever. She served a purpose. And I think Serena Williams is trying to use her too. Apparently, from what I understand, thanks to you guys, someone put in the comments that Serena's husband is in business with Harry. So that's why Serena's being nice. That would explain why. It's a business deal. So you notice that black media, like on YouTube and stuff, they don't fuck with Meghan. They don't talk about Meghan. They don't fuck with her. And I'm just being honest. You know why? Because I talk about it because I'm passionate about it and I speak honestly about it. And I find her so offensive. I don't like the race card being used. I'm offended by it because I think there are issues. There are issues with racism. Of course it is. But I don't need Meghan Markle to shine a light on racism when she spent most of her life avoiding everything and anything that's black. So I don't know if I answered the question. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Deborah, I agree. I think and that's the trap in a Democrat, because what they thought, that's where that cosplaying comes in, and it gets the Democrats in trouble, and it pisses off other white voters, people of other different races. It pisses them off because it's like you're playing racial politics. Because Kamala Harris, why is she cosplaying black? Why did her mother put her in an all-black neighborhood so she can get black grants, go to an HBCU, a historically black college, and come to find out that Kamala Harris' mother is Indian and her father is a mixed race Jamaican, who in Jamaica, they're not all African. That's a misconception. They're actually mixed with, they could be Asian and a black mix. They could be Indian and Asian mixed, but her father was not black. And Candace Owens, now I do not watch Candace Owens. I don't get down with Candace Owens. I'm sorry. But my sister swears, and I trust my sister's judgment. She watched the entire investigation of Candace Owens doing on Kamala Harris. And Candace went in depth. They went to Jamaica, looking up records and everything. And Kamala Harris' father is not black. He is like Indian and Asian or some shit like that. Or like a darker Indian, but and he will cut his hair short. Her brother, somebody in there in the comments just said that Kamala Harris' stepbrother or something cut his hair short so people would think he's black. So that's the Democratic Party. So Kamala Harris she knew that she wanted to go into public office eventually. That's why she never ever had a job in the public sector. She had a job in government. She stuck with from the public defender's office and all that stuff. That's where she stayed. And she moved up and she got with Willie, whatever that guy, the mayor of LA, and that married man. And she's very ambitious. She was cosplaying, y'all. Cosplaying. She joined the black AKA sorority. And she made sure she rooted herself in a voting bloc in this country that will get her where she goes. She got all the way to the vice president of the United States, y'all. So you got to give her that. So now they're trying to do, and there's Sunny Hostin. Sunny's another one. Every time you see Sunny, she's talking about race. Girl. And I knew something was off about her. I'm like, why does she keep bringing up race? And plus, by the way, Sunny, why don't you worry about the legal issues your husband's into? Focus on that. Why don't you shine a light on that instead of talking about whether or not Prince William will strip the titles of Harry and Meghan? Because it looked like your husband his freedom might be stripped very soon. So shine a light on that. But she went on Finding Your Roots, which, I did my DNA too, which I love. I love it, love it, love it. So she did her, she's only 2%, I think 2% black, 1% or 2% black. She said, "Oh, I always thought I was." Yeah, okay. You were cosplaying black because it suited you, because you had color in you. So then you can go and get on these bandwagons and start race baiting and playing these race cards and dividing people into different slices and groups. I hate that. I hate it to my core. I hate it. So the Democratic Party is still trying to do that shit with Harry and Meghan, because they think Meghan is gonna we're gonna vote for her because she black. Meghan don't identify as black. Meghan is biracial, but Meghan has never made any attempt to embrace the black culture. Has Meghan ever said during Black History Month, does she say Happy Black History Month? Never. Never ever. During Martin Luther King's birthday, does Meghan Markle say, "Oh, but what she did was during the Trayvon Martin, no, was it? No, George Floyd." Remember she did that video, and I saved it. I'm going to play it one time, where she talks about the racism in this world. And I say, girl, shut up. All of a sudden you care about racism when you tried to, and you cut every ethnicity out of your face and bleached your skin. Shut up. The Democratic Party, if you do that, I won't be surprised. They will do it because they still play this. If they don't get out of these identity politics, they will continue to lose. That's why I consider myself an independent. But yeah, they think she's going to attract black people. Okay. Most black YouTubers don't fuck with Meghan. You notice those that do. I think I saw Tisa Tale, but she talks about so much other stuff. But then I saw a African British girl. That's it. Everybody else, they don't get on that bandwagon. I did see Tamron Hall got caught sticking her head out. Yes, she did. She actually, on her YouTube channel, she said, "I don't know what is going on with Meghan. I loved her show. I love her show." And I said, "Okay, Tamron Hall, what, you and Meghan getting it on? Because that's the only reason why I think you would bother mentioning her name. She'll make her rounds to you as well because she wants to build relationships." And we heard about Tamron Hall too, y'all. Y'all know Tamron Hall with Matt Lauer, Chris O'Donnell. Who else? Tamron Hall. Listen, her history. I'm just saying. But we'll get on that on another time. Both, Debbie, you think both Harry and Meghan goes both ways? You know what? I wouldn't put it past them. Harry and them boarding school with them boys. You know what I mean? And Meghan Markle. And one good thing about Harry, Meghan will let Harry get with whoever he want to get with, because he holds all the power. And she will let him do it because she'd be desperate to lose him. Cause she know he's all she get. Watch, mark my word. She's gonna pretend like she gonna do like Jada Pinkett Smith did with Will Smith. Jada was never gonna leave Will because she has more cred, street cred, and clout being the wife of Will Smith. Now, the rumor was, you guys know the rumor with Will Smith. Y'all heard the rumor. I ain't gotta spell it out. You can type it up on YouTube and look at the interviews that Tasha K did. Look at the interviews that they did with he did with Vlad TV, the bodyguard. So Will Smith, it has been known that Will Smith, when they say that you have to, kind of, Cat Williams have already spelled it out. You have to give up your third eye when you a male, well, a female in Hollywood too. But Meghan Markle done all that shit. She's a yacht girl, that is nothing to her. So yeah, her and Harry, oh yes, honey, that's nothing to them. But I think what Megan got to worry about with Kris Kardashian is that Kris Kardashian, they can go as low as you want them to go. And she can literally have two of her daughters get pregnant by Prince Harry. And they both will birth them children. And they both will have babies by a prince. That's how low they go. And it will embarrass Megan more. It'll hurt her more if that happens. So why would she expose he's her prized possession, girl. You stole him from the royal family. He's your most valuable asset. You need to be preserving that. Preserving it at all costs and protecting it. Megan was asked in the podcast if she's going to run for president. And she replied, no, so quickly. It got me suspicious, especially since she bought the handles for president. What? She brought the handles for president. You know what she does? They didn't. I'm telling you, yes, Rinsky. I believe that. Rinsky, you're right, because I think that the machine, it really wants to put her. It's the Democratic Party machine. I think that's really the machine. And you look at all the parties involved; those are Democrats. And I think there's a power even behind them, that they really want Meghan Markle and Harry to be a kind of the face of the new Democratic Party. They don't realize we're past that, people. You're not going to fool us with that. Well, you think black women are going to vote for Meghan Markle? Really? Okay, good luck with that. Knowing that, and you don't think that we see, you think black men are going to vote for Meghan Markle? Why? So who's her voting bloc? So they didn't do, the Democratic Party they don't see people. They see groups like black male, black female, Hispanic male, Hispanic female, lesbians, LGBTQ, transgenders, what else? You get what I'm saying. Whites. Then they lump the whites. Okay, then they say Midwestern whites, New York, East Coast whites, California, fly by whites, Southern whites. We're all group, and then there's class. Then you get those that are wealthy, those that are middle class, which is shrinking, and then the poor, which is increasing, that group. So the Democratic Party, and the elderly, the Democrats, the elderly. So we are all chopped up and dropped into different categories. That's how they see us. They don't see us as just being probably a combination of a lot of different ideas. It's all dependent upon where we grew up, how our temperament, how we feel, what school we went to, college. You know what I mean? Those things. Who's our friend group? What's our family of origin? You can't just assume because I have a black face that you know where I come from and what I think. You can't. People look at me and they don't realize I am a social liberal, but I'm a fiscal conservative. That I would literally vote for a Republican before I vote for a Democrat. But Republicans the party has become so cruel. I don't believe in governing by cruelty. So anyways, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but if the Democratic Party think that Harry and Meghan is their salvation, then they are really screwed. They get access to people's bio that are exempt from being prosecuted from crimes. Oh, okay. Is that the IIP? They get, oh, okay, so they get free security from any countries they visit. They won't have to pay for security. We, the taxpayers, do. Basically, they're untouchable. That is crazy. You know what? Are they getting that here in this country, Deb? The IIP status? Have they gotten that? Because I would love to report on that, okay? Um, they would be intentionally yeah, Jennifer Hudson allegedly, yeah, Jennifer Hudson and Common, yeah, okay. Common gets with every single, he just jumped from one successful black celebrity to the next. Oh, he also was with Laura Dern, but then Laura Dern, I don't know what happened with them, but Laura Dern ended up having meeting her husband or whatever and having a child. So she did find a stable relationship. Common cannot bond with people because Common's broken, y'all. He cannot. Common himself said that after 2 years he bolts because he does not want to be tied down. So, and he's part of Hollyweird. Now you notice Common been in a lot of movies. And I'm like, Common, but you know, Common is very attractive and he's marketable. But I'm like, there are a lot of attractive black men out there, or men, period. So, Common, my question is, Common, were you doing that third eye action for these producers to get your roles? Just saying. I'm curious. Because Cat Williams is shining light on y'all. Hey, Rondi, how you doing? Good to stop, but thanks for stopping by, Rondi. Your name is Rhonda from the UK. We miss you. Glad you're back. Hey, Rhonda, you're from the UK. Thank you for, joining us. I'm glad to be back too, actually. I've been literally recording every day. Because, guys, I said I'm going to start doing the things that I love. I had a health scare that blew my mind, y'all. It took a whole month before I found out I was okay. After they ran tests, took biopsies, I mean, putting my body through a CT scan, it was really scary. But I got a second chance to really recalibrate my life and do some of the things that I love. So I'm enjoying myself. So thank you, Rhonda. Welcome. Harry's busting it open. You know, Harry may have already. And you know what? Listen, Megan, you know when they want to think of the, you know what? Here's something to think about. The heavy hitters in Hollywood, like the old guards, you notice they stay out of the limelight. A lot of them don't even live in California. They don't, they stay private. But it's those that pursue that limelight so much. Because think about it, like J-Lo. J-Lo always, but that's since Ben Affleck embarrassed her. But Ben Affleck, and I'm wondering if he's off the wagon. But I hear his accountant too. He's a good actor, though. I like him as an actor and a director. But you look at him, you look at Meghan Markle, people like that. When Puff Daddy was always in the media, and they were nothing but a reckless, nasty. I mean, I can't think of enough. It's just disgusting. So Harry and Meghan, they come in. Oh, I know why I've brought up Will Smith, and I just got off on a tangent, guys. Sorry, I got to stay focused. I need a list and stick to it. But you guys, then it's not real. It's not authentic. So Jada Pinkett Smith, she is nothing without Will Smith. She stuck with him and let him have affairs. And then she gonna try to convince us on the red table talk that that's really the life. You know what? She was up there judging others. And come to find out, she had a conscious, what did she say? What was that phrase that she used with August Alsina? She basically had I forgot the phrase they used. And I'm like, girl, you targeted that young boy. That was your son's friend. And you targeted him. That was your son's friend. Now, was a son getting with him too? And then you got with the August Alsina. Did Will get in too? So you mean August Alsina got with Will, with you, and your son? Y'all are out here exploiting. And then you guys hear about that young boy on Empire. He didn't went cuckoo. They said he ran out of Will Smith's house, their compound. He ran out of there and never been the same since. So, But before all this came out, we thought they were just a happy couple, just a perfect couple. Look at Will and Jada. That's the couple we should strive to be like. Look at them. They've been married for decades. They are, look at them. What a beautiful family. And all that shit was going on behind the scenes. That's why you cannot put none of these people on no, so especially, you know what, nobody, because we're human. You don't know what people doing behind closed doors. And these celebrities, you can't put none of them on no pedestals, because look at all the shit they had to do to get where they at. They had to get their third eye drilled. Did you hear what Cat Williams said? Cat Williams said Weinstein asked him to get on his knees. That's what he said on Shay Shay. Why he asked him to get on his knees. So, and then Kat said, well, how many brothers got on their knees? Like, so you know they be doing nasty shit to get these roles. You know that. Gwyneth Paltrow, she said Harvey Weinstein harassed her. And Gwyneth Paltrow mother is she is a legendary stage actress and film actress. Her father was like the director of White Shadow and Saint Elsewhere. Her father was a big time director too, accomplished, and they were very close with Steven Spielberg, because I think they're Jewish. So she had a lot of connections and power, and she still got harassed by Weinstein. So you know, if she get harassed, you know all the other girls under there. So can you imagine what Meghan Markle was trying to do? And Meghan Markle did all of that yacht girl and could only get on the seventh on the call sheet on Suits. So, but she did snag her from Prince. She snapped the Prince. And she got a dim-witted one, but now she's walking backwards. She's moved. She's right where she started when she met him. Oh, Rondi says, I wonder if Harry will be suicidal. You know what? I don't know. I think Harry, you're going to see him eventually pick up weight. Because if he continues to use and he's going to Vegas now. This weekend he's in Vegas allegedly at some boys event, young boys event. Oh my God, here you go with them young boys. Um, uh, and he's going to pick up working girls. So I think Harry will probably, if he doesn't get his extracurricular activities check, you'll see him gain weight. As he keeps using alcohol and stuff, it'll bloat his face. You'll start to see the results from it. And that would be sad. Now that his interview, he looked diminished, defeated. He did. But it did not stop him from using his kids to threaten his father again. It didn't stop him from publicly announcing any information about his father's illness. It didn't stop him. He said he's got more to write, and I think that he's going to write that book. So I think nope. And when I think about it, Harry's not suicidal. He's angry and he's out for vengeance now. So that Spare 2 is coming. So Rondi, I don't think he's suicidal. I think he's angry, he's vengeful, and he's out to destroy the monarchy, because he feels like he has been, rejected, and he's used an excuse that the security as an excuse. But I think that any excuse possible was, he's ready to fight. His family wants him to. I know the royal family. Just leave us alone. Go away. Go and live your life. You said you wanted to go. You did not want. You wanted to step down. You and Megan said you wanted to go and quiet in your private life. You guys decided to go to Hollyweird. Okay, that's your choice. Leave us alone. Why do you keep fighting with us? Why are you here fighting with the courts? Just like the statement from Buckingham Palace said, they have looked at it over and over again meticulously and came to the same conclusion. I mean, so what? You want another set of eyes to do what? That's that hamster wheel again, going, going, going. He's going, 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 and going nowhere. Now he's $2 million out of pocket. The reality is, What are you doing? Harry, go away. Leave him alone. Just leave them alone. Really. He's not going to do that. So, and he's going to hurt himself because I think William and Catherine, um, they don't ever have to say a word. All William have to do is, he can cut the titles or he don't, I think he got to cut I think they got to do something. But when they do something, I think Lady C's right. Just quietly take them off the website, the royal website, and then change the line of succession, however that can be done. Start with that. And then don't say anything. Just let Harry and Meghan, if it's another book, let them write the other book. Because we see, the people can see it. And and you're gonna see Harry and Meghan lose control. Because as that money shrinks, and Harry will get angry and angry because he's not getting any reply back from them. It doesn't look well for their brand. It doesn't. Because all they have to do, y'all, is leave them alone. Leave the royal family alone. Leave them alone. Like, Megan, why are you using HRH? Why? If the queen said stop, don't do it. Why are you bothering people? All right, so let me get in the comments, guys. And we've been on, an hour and a half. Okay, guys. And then I have to go soon. So let's look at the comments and then we'll call it a night. But Rondi, no, I don't think Rondi, I don't think he'll commit suicide. Not now. I think right now he's ready to fight. We're going to see a spear too. I think he's going to share some really unfortunate, dark secrets in that family for our entertainment, but to his detriment and his wife's and their brand and the relationship with his family and and you know what? King Charles, King Charles has lived a long life. Just I know it hurts. It just there's nothing you can do about it. But here, William and Kate, it doesn't affect you because the brand, the royal brand is okay. William is in good hands with William and Kate, and I would never reply to Harry and Meghan again. I just wouldn't. I pretend like they don't even exist and let Harry come out with all the secrets he want to come out with. You got to brace yourself. That royal family, because he's going to bring it out because he's got to sell it. Oh, Deluxe. Hey, Rhonda, don't be talking about my time. Are you at town? You in Hollywood? You in California, Deluxe Life? Oh, California is beautiful, though. Ooh, it's very beautiful. Um, Deborah says, woman only, better it'll be a rich one. Oh, yeah. Because she's got to pivot. Megan's got to pivot and she's got to work the woman. She's building relationships now. And part of her default, when she built relationships, there's a little bit of other special that come with it too. Deluxe says, I'm sorry I'm late. I just got back from Macy's. They had a blowout sale. Did they? Oh, nice. You know what? I need to get more like uh corporate dress clothes because sometimes when I go out to lunch, now it's warming up, and I go out to lunch with clients and stuff, and I get my wardrobe is so old now. I feel like I need some new clothes. So we shall see. But yeah, I'm glad you're able to find some good stuff. Deluxe Life. Yep. Yep. Deborah says they don't, but mainstream media messes with her. Uh Playing two sides of the coin. Her dad's family owned slaves. Ooh, who owned slaves? Hell no, Candace on. Yeah, that's how I feel. Big Willie Brown. Yeah. Willie Brown is his name. Yeah, even Michelle Obama is woe is me too. You noticed that? I was like, Michelle, what are you talking about? Michelle is like she. Uh, uh, I said, and you know something, guys? I'm so tired of hearing Michelle talking about how much she was unhappy with Obama for 10 years. I'm like, girl, y'all been married over 30 years. We don't need to hear that. We know that marriage has its ups and downs, but 10 years? And why are you telling us all this? Why? I mean, that's so private to me. And then she's saying this country is bad, this and that. Yeah, we got our problems, but listen. I still run a small business here and I'm doing well. So I'm grateful for that. It's not perfect, but I mean, you got to kind of embrace the positive. And one thing about America, if you find a way to make money, you can make money. America is a corporation first. They don't give a damn about the people. Don't give a damn about the environment or the food. They'll poison our, our water. It's for the money. So, but Michelle Obama, I think that she talked about how the White House. I can't. It seemed like to me she's complaining more and more. The other thing too about Jennifer Aniston and Obama, I did a video on that. It's so funny because why would Jennifer Aniston? Now Jennifer Aniston's cute. Why would she want to be a side piece of an aging president and an ex-wife like Michelle? Like why? How, Jennifer Aniston's already rich. She can get a really gorgeous guy if she wants one. So why would she want to be a side action? Because Obama's not leaving Michelle. He's not gonna do it. They're staying married forever. That's it. And Michelle needs to stop talking about how much Obama she was pissed at him for 10 years. We don't need to hear that, Michelle. Then if you're not leaving, why you keep talking about it? I don't understand that. And why do we need to know it? So first, Obama was. Did you see on Tucker Carlson a couple of years ago where they said this guy, white guy, said he was missing teeth, and he said that he and Obama used crack and had sex together. So I'm like, wait a minute now. So Obama is gay, smoking crack, and having sex with a man. Now Obama is having an affair with Jennifer Aniston. I don't believe either or. Because I think Jennifer is hot enough. Yeah, Obama's a man, but Obama also been married 30 years to over 30 years to Michelle. He's a president. He know the lights are all. If he steps out of line, it's so many people that they would love to shine a light on it. But more importantly, Jennifer Aniston is not looking to be a side piece from some old ass president and got an ex-wife like Michelle. Can you imagine that? No. When Jennifer Aniston can go get her she can go get her and Antonio Banderas, but he's older now. But he's older than her, I think. But you know what I mean? She can go to Italy and get herself a gorgeous Italian because she fit. She's rich. You know what I mean? She's still in her prime. She's in her 50s, but she's not, she didn't let herself go. She can go to Italy and get herself an Italian. She can go to Greece and get herself a Greek man, go to France and get her a Frenchman, go to South America and get her a Latino or something. I mean, she got, she's someone in America or a girl. I mean, she's part of Hollywood too. So, but it's like, you don't know, why would she want to do that? That makes no sense. They got to come up with a better lover for Obama that makes sense. Not they don't Jennifer Aniston Obama. No, I'm not buying it because I don't see them being compatible, and I don't see Jennifer Aniston playing side piece, sneaking around with an ex president and a loudmouth wife. No, 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 no. Man, I screwed with the wrong man. Sonny is only worried about her nose jobs. Yeah, and Sonny, she done lost a lot of weight too, hasn't she? She did that Ozempic too, and she was already little, and it's like, girl, you look different. Yeah, Deluxe Life, Tamara Hall. Yep, she was messing around with him too, and then she got fired from NBC. That's what I heard, allegedly. Tamara, don't be coming for me because I ain't got no money. And if you send your people to me, I'm going to be screaming from the rooftop. I'm going to tell the world every day. Look what this. This is what Tamara Hall's people doing to me. And we'll go to court and you'll see I have no money to give you. No money. Sorry. Um, Rhonda, speaking of Bodyguard, it's a remake coming. They're floating Taylor Swift. That is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. So if they got Taylor Swift, you know what would be hot? If Idris Elba was the bodyguard, right? He is so cute. I wanted him to be James Bond, but I don't think he's going to be James Bond. But if they get Taylor Swift, like, well, who's going to sing all them songs? Taylor is not a Whitney Houston. But does she have to be to do a remake of The Bodyguard? And is this Kevin Costner doing this, or this another company or director or whatever producer? But yeah, if they do Taylor Swift, they need Idris Elba. I want to see Idris Elba, or I want to see you know what's that really cute guy from he's a British actor. John Page, John something John Page, John Page. He was on oh man, Bridgerton the first season. The black guy. That would be cute. Or yeah, so Taylor says, so who else would I would like to see in the bodyguard? Um I'm trying to think. It has to be someone, I think it has to be like a British man because it adds to it, right? Like you got to have, like, it's going to be Taylor Swift. It's got to be a British man. It's got to be a black male too, because that's going to add to the spice of it. You got to add some flavor to it. And then, and I would watch it then. But if you're going to put Taylor Swift with Channing Tatum or some shit, I'm not watching it. I'm like, no, that's gonna be boring. You got to add some spice to it. I want to see some. I want to see some spice. I want to see some cultural differences. I want to see that. I want to see him protect her and take her to his family cookout, where she eats some jerk chicken or whatever, you know. Because I don't know Idris Elba. What is he? Is he? What is his family of origin? Are they Jamaican? But they grew up. He grew up in England. I don't know. Chris, yes, Chris Kardashian. Yeah, honey, that's a whole witch coven. Chris Kardashian, yes, Deborah, I agree. That's a whole witch coven, a coven of witches. And you know who they target? They target broken black men and or straight up no or drug addict and or gay white men. Notice that's who they target: broken black men or drug addict and or gay black white men. Chris, you know, she now with Corey. Corey got big old hips, and Corey had his time with in the freak offs, okay, and to weighing out Justin Bieber, if you know what I mean. And then Chloe, the Courtney, the older girl, Scott, and his alleged drug use, and this Travis guy. I think he's in recovery, but he was a really bad drug user at one time. So he's in recovery, I hope. And then Chloe, Lamar Odom, right? And then she got this one, Tristan. He walks around, he talk like a girl and got a booty on his back. And then he goes around having babies all over the place, broken. Who else we got? Kylie. Kylie messed with that Travis Scott. Is that his name? That rapper. And then also she's with oh, Charlemagne. What's his name? Something Charlemagne. Is it not Charlemagne? Damn it. I'm terrible with names. The boy, the young boy that's a good actor. He is a Charlemagne. What is his name? But they're still hanging tough, which leads me to think, do you go both ways? Timothy Chalamet. So I'm like, I think Timothy Chalamet is fluid, because otherwise, why would she be with him? And then who else? Kim, Kanye. Before Kanye, who was it? That tall Chris guy that, and they were married just a couple of months. He was, you know, he was not, he was kind of slow. He was like Prince William. I mean, Prince Harry. Sorry, William. He was like Prince Harry. And remember Reggie, the one that she thought she was going to get, but Reggie's mother and father, he came from a really solid family, and they were very close. So he was too strong for her. He was too healthy, and he did not claim her. But he did marry a girl that looks similar to it. So he's got a type. And then who am I missing? The girl Kendall is gay. I think she's gay. That's what they're saying. And then we know Chris. After her husband Rob left her, then Chris got with Bruce that turned into Kaylin, and then now she's with Corey, and we know Corey's history. So, yes, Deborah, those are a coven of witches, and they have a target. They drain the life out of those men. They got a target. Remember when Kim was trying to get with Van Jones on CNN? She wanted to go to law school, remember? Because Van Jones is a lawyer and all that. She wanted to go to law school. She was doing it all that about the time. What happened? And he said there's nothing going on between. He said there's nothing going on, but Kim is a beautiful person. You don't think he hit it? He hit it, but he wasn't gonna claim it. He was too strong. He was too put together, so they couldn't catch. They couldn't hold him. Not happening. Handbag Harry, Meghan's accessory. I love that. Handbag Harry, Meghan's accessory. That's right. That's right. That is right. With Harry, I get the Aaron nations allegedly. What? What does that mean, Deborah? With Harry, I get the Aaron nations. Aaron nations allegedly. What? Let me know, Deborah, what that means. What? Harry, Aryan nation. Oh, do you think? Wait, did you mean Aryan nation like a white supremacist? Let me know. Aloha Annie. Hey, Aloha Annie. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Rhonda Lady C had a Jamaican lady on her show that knew Kamala's grandmother. She said that the lady in Kamala's book is not Kamala's grandmother. The K's grandmother's skin is much lighter. Aloha, I did see that on Lady C. And she said that, and I forgot to point that out. Lady C also said that about Kamala Harris. Lady C had been saying that for a while. And I was just like, okay, but I remember seeing that Jamaican lady came on after, I think it was right around the time when Candace Owens was doing her investigation. But she did give us a lot of information on Kamala. And she was like, that's not the same lady in the book. So Kamala be posting is cosplaying. And that's what the Democratic Party is caught doing, is they're caught slicing and dicing us into different groups. And then they want to appeal to us by using identity politics. So if you got a brown skin, you must be black. So you claim you're black and you get the black vote. So that's what Kamala was doing. That's what Sonny was doing on behalf of the Democratic Party on The View when she's always talking about racial stuff, everything. And when she did that to that young man that wrote that book, what is his name? Oh my God. He wrote a book about race and that we should get past racial politics. What is his name? And I did a video on that a while ago. But she tore into that young man. He was like 30, and it was like, why would you tear into that young man? All he's doing is just giving us a different point of view than yours. He's saying maybe we should kind of second guess. Maybe we should give each other the benefit of the doubt too. That maybe when somebody is an asshole, maybe they're just an asshole, and it don't mean that they're a racist. And maybe these programs or these quotas and set asides, maybe we should kind of take a second look at it. That's all he's saying. That's just kind of the synopsis, but he went really in deep into it. And I actually got his book. I downloaded it. I just haven't read it. But he was on The View, really, trying to sell his book. And Sonny, she was horrible to him. And it's like, what gives you the right? Like, what gives you the right? But yes, I did see that. No, they don't have IPP status, but they have some protection from U.S. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. Yeah, Deborah said, I don't see Carmen and Jennifer. I don't see Obama and Jennifer either. I didn't know you had a health scare. Glad you're okay. Thank you, Rinsky. Yes, I did. I did, because I was literally working 7 days a week. And you guys know, because when you're self-employed, and it's like I got a mortgage, assessment fees. I got 2 kids in college. I mean, I have bills, and I'm literally the working poor. I mean, and it's fine because it's my business. I built my own business, and I'm proud of it. So long story short, I noticed it was a lump right on my collarbone. It was not on my breastbone. It's on my collarbone. It was a little bump. And I'm like, and I ignored it. A couple of months later, it was getting bigger. And then I'm like, I don't know if it's getting bigger because I keep feeling on it. and it's really hard. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So then I started looking on the internet. And what did I do that for? What? And I'm looking at pictures that look the exact same as this. And I'm like, oh my God. So I called my primary care physician and I called my gynecologist. I'm like, I'm gonna go to both. Make sure it's not nothing to do with breast cancer. And then I can see my primary care too. So I saw my gyne and she said, no, that's not the breastbone. She said, that's your collar, that's on your collarbone. You have a mass on your collarbone. You have to follow up with your primary care physician. So I couldn't see my primary care physician for 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh God. So he feels on it. He's like, well, he says, let's just get an ultrasound. I don't want you to panic, but let's get an ultrasound first. I want to get blood work. And then I'm like, okay. So this is 2 weeks in. So I'm like, okay, we get the, okay. So 6 days, then the ultrasound. And then the ultrasound, they said we want to kind of take a biopsy, and then we want to get the blood work done, and we want to take a look at your C scan. They want to take a look at your all this, the lungs, everything, and your abdomen. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm just like, oh my God. And he's saying, okay, don't panic. Now, how do you tell me not to panic? But you know what I did was I was up reading on the internet. What is it? And you guys put that in a lump on your collarbone. It's a bump right on the collarbone, and it's growing. So I'm like, it's clearly a mass. So I'm just scared shitless. So he said we're gonna. He says you do the CAT scan, and we're gonna. He said he'll schedule for a biopsy, so we can just know what's made, what the cells are in there. So they do the biopsy, then you have to wait like 7 to 10 days for that. And I'm just like, I can't believe this. Why does everything have to take so damn long in this country? How come you can't know like that? So, anyways, nothing. It was all benign. It's just a growth that's here. And he said that I can get it cut off, but in which I am going to do, but then it's going to end up leaving a scar right there. But and I was like, I thought maybe it was the bone, because he said too, but he said no, because you know how you're not going to be what do they call it, asymmetric. One each side is not going to be equal. So but I knew it was a mass because you could feel it, like it was kind of movable. It was hard and it's hard and movable. So long story short, I'm like, I'll get it lanced off. I'm gonna get it, cut, not now. But all I want to know is just, can I relax now? He's like, yes, you can. It's nothing serious. We did all the tests and nothing came back. You're fine. And I'm like, okay, thank you, Father. And I just cried when I got in the car, guys. I was so exhausted. I cried because I work a lot of hours. And I'm like, you know what? I waste my time working hours just so that I can keep building and growing my business. And I'm really missing the opportunity to enjoy the slices of life that I really should be taking the time out to enjoy. Because if it came back, you know, worse, and we're all going to go from something. Now we are. um, then I would just, and I'm thinking about my kids. They're adults now. Remember, I told you I lost my mother young. So with my kids, all I wanted to do was for them to be in their 20s. And they are in their 20s. But anyways, faced with that, I realized that my life, I had to start to rearrange my life. And I love traveling. I love, 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 love traveling. So I'm like, you know what? Start to do what you love and really invest in it, and really I'll cut back in some ways because I'm not working. I'm not going to do that 7 hours a day, not no 7, 10, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. No, 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 no. That's not. And then I go to these beautiful places, like I tell you, and part of the time I'm working. And then I'll slice out an hour or two on the weekend. No, 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 no. That's not what life's about. So that's what Rinsky, that's the story. That's what happened. So that's why I'm here. I'm glad. I'm enjoying I'm gonna build my travel. I told you my travel and my crime channel. I want to combine the two. So when I travel, I want to report on crime stories where I travel. I want it to be something different than what's you guys have seen. You could put up all kind of pictures. I was at the Amalfi Coast and I was in Paris for 2 weeks. I'm gonna go to France for 3 months because I want to get a non-working visa so I can eventually also become a citizen in a few years. So when I go travel, I want to do the crimes because I'm interested in the family, the human aspects of crime stories. So I'm going to link that with the location. And then I'm going to keep building my channel here. So that's my story. So I am humbled and grateful to God that everything's okay right now. And I'm just going to enjoy my life. All righty. Thank you, Deluxe Life. Thank you very much. Diddy did help make J-Lo, honey. J-Lo's another one. She worked a lot. If you know what I mean. Oh, entanglement. That's right. Entanglement. Yes. That's what Jada Pinkett Smith was trying to spin to us about her son's friend. And then now you hear about Will Smith, and it was like Will was not upset. That's because Will was right there with you, Jada. That's what happened. And August Alsina is just, now August Alsina's got a boyfriend. I don't know if they're still together, but August Alsina says that he's in love with a male. So, or he did last year. I don't know where he at now. Deborah says he looks bloated. She's spinning how much he loves her. I don't think so. It's a spin, just like a spin his image. Yeah, it's just like she talks too much. She gonna say the same thing for the next 50 years, y'all. She gonna say the same thing. It's the same script. I got a beautiful family. I'm so in love with my family. He loves me so. He treats me so well. Did you see in that podcast when Harry slipped her a note? Harry slipped Jen a note, I guess, and Jen slipped it to her, and then Megan read it and she started crying. And it's like, oh God, okay. Because they got the love story. They got the love. When J-Lo did the love story that was never told with Ben Affleck, Harry and Meghan, the love story that was never told. We're gonna just watch them just love on each other. Watch them act that out. Yeah, she is very much obsessed. Yeah, they're throwing everything to the wall to see what sticks. That's it. They don't want to relate to us. Thank you, Deborah. Rhonda, people floating Idris. Oh, Deluxe Life. I hope so too. Brad Pitt. Oh, Brad Pitt is cute. Now, Brad Pitt is cute. That's cute. Who else I was watching? I said, that's a good looking man. Who is that? Oh, you know who's a good looking man? He's a Spanish name. He's doing what's the HBO series that used to be a video game that's now a series? Not Javier Bardem, who is good, but he's older. This one, he's a Spanish guy. He is cute. Oh, he gorgeous. This Is Us. Is it that is This Is Us? Is it This Is Us? Oh no, you guys know I'm terrible with yeah. It's the second series. The second season just came out, and it's apocalyptic. It was a game at first, and now it's on HBO Max. He would be cute too. He would be really cute. They should get Harry. He's a better actor than his Wouldn't that be funny? That's a good one. That's a good one, Deborah. That's a good one. London, African. Oh, he's from African. Okay, he's an African. Oh, Idris. Okay. Yeah, Reggie Bush. Yep, Reggie Bush was Kim K that one and got away. That's because he had too strong of a family, and he was too little too healthier for the Kardashians. They thought they had one though, but he just he was not broken. So many people were furious. Obama says, if you're black, you must vote black. Yeah, Aloha. And that one I'm like, and then come to find out, Obama did not think Kamala could win. Obama, and they did that. And it's like, y'all can't do that. You can't just say, okay, you the black vote. You're supposed to vote for us. Really? Why? I mean, why do you think that the Democratic Party assumed that they had all of the blue wall. Remember? Pennsylvania was all the blue wall. They thought they had it. They didn't. And the reason why, because a lot of manufacturing jobs Clinton shipped over during that NAFTA agreement, moved it from the United States for cheaper labor, moved it overseas. Oh, Sonny, you think that, yeah. So you think they play good cop, bad cop. So Sonny is the one that speaks all the racist stuff, and Whoopi just sit on the side. Because they played that too when they said should Prince William strip the titles from Harry and Meghan? Because Meghan's using the HRH, and then Whoopi says, "Oh, I'm bored." Yeah, no, bitch, you're not bored. Y'all wouldn't have brought it up. And then Sonny is the one that jumped on it. Yeah. They think they went over all that during preparation. Of course they did. Yeah, don't do it. Don't go on it. You know what? If you see something, if you don't do it. I would recommend do not go on the internet. It's too much information, and it's all and you're going to end up, and especially if you're concerned about your health, you're going to end up gravitating toward the most extreme cases. And I'm telling you, if type in the internet lump on collarbone, and it's like pages and pages, and they're saying it's a form of cancer, obviously cancer, different forms of cancer. And it's like, oh my God, even breast cancer. That's why I was like, maybe I should follow my gynecologist. But when, excuse me, I went in and she examined, she said, no. She said, that is she said, no. She said, that is a mass. It's not even, it's movable. It's hard, but it's very hard. But she says, no. She said, no, that's not part of the breast. She said, that's part of your collarbone. And then and I was like, I knew it was on my collarbone because I can follow it. And then I go like this, and this is lumpy here, and right here is flat. And I'm like, what the hell? And it was getting bigger. And then once they said it's benign, but it is, I could have it removed if I'm bothered by it. And I think, because I can't wear tops, that have cleavage because there'll be this bump here. So I'm concerned about that. So I may have it removed, but then it'll be a little scar. So then I'll have plastic surgery, but I don't have money like that. I ain't got money like that. I'm still trying to get my grill fixed. I got 12 more sessions with my trainer. I'm trying to go overseas. I'm going to Europe for 3 months in August. So, I only have limited funds. My messenger disappeared. Off subject. Are you aware of Lori Vallow day bail trial in PHX? Since you like the psychology of crime, is okay. Aloha, is that the one that was accused of killing all those? Wait a minute, babies? Oh, or is that no, no, no? That's the one here in the States, right? Lori Vallow, isn't that the one that killed? She married the guy. Didn't they do a special on Netflix? Which one? Is it those two? I'm curious. The one in the UK that was accused of killing all those babies, and come to find out, they said that she was convicted. I think it was overturned, right? Put it in the comments, please, Aloha. Or is it the lady here, the crazy lady that married? She killed her husband. She had a boy. She had a boyfriend to kill her husband. She killed her daughter and her little son. It was crazy. So I can't remember which one. Did you hear Lady C said at one of her parties, she had a lady do a reading on HM, and lady said that they are a good match. Oh, you know what? Um, well, we know that as far as the swinging community, though, they are perfect for each other. But I'm starting to wonder, like Harry, I can't give him a pass. I don't believe he's scared of Meghan at all. I don't agree with that. I think that Harry's got to take responsibility. You can't put it all on Meghan. Harry, his father got cancer, y'all. And Harry still dangled them kids in that man's face. And Harry still discussed his father's illness in public, knowing. And he's suing. My battery's running low too. He's suing his own father's courts. I mean, so Harry is throwing a tantrum. And that's not very kind behavior when all Harry have to do is just leave him alone. Just go on with your life, Harry. What is he, when you think about it on a bigger scale, when you think of life and how short life is, and Harry said that life is precious. Well, if you truly believe and know that life is precious, you wouldn't even be having this fight. You wouldn't. He's gearing up for Spare 2. Mark my word. So he's just as worse as Meghan. But wait till Meghan see how he treats her. And wait till he see how Meghan treats him. They gonna tear at each other. It's a toxic mess. A toxic soup. Did you? Okay. Her children. Phoenix. Oh, in Phoenix. Oh, okay. So she deleted her daughter and son and married a cult leader. Yeah. That was one. She's the real pretty lady. She was crazy because didn't they find the son and the daughter's bones in the backyard of her husband? That crazy guy she married. That was so tragic. Was she? It was a mistrial, but this time was she found guilty? That's terrible. Well, guys, listen, it is yes, okay, yep. That's I want to do one on her. Yeah, that is amazing. Netflix had a special on that too, because I think she got a son that's still alive, a boy, older son, but she killed her daughter and her son for this guy, and they buried her in this guy's yard. I saw the Netflix special. She was so sick. Oh, all three child's guilty. Okay, good. The bigger scare is Image had they succeeded in bringing down the royal family. Yes. Yep. Yep. Well, listen, guys, I am going to go, but mark my word, that Spare 2 is coming out sooner, but Harry is they're probably waiting and this is sick. They're waiting to see how close King Charles when he passes away, because they want to look for a lot of material in the book. Now Harry may get a third book because guess what? If he decides he can't wait and he's so angry, he releases all of the negative, the real dark shit to sell the book. And then that third book will be how he got treated at the funeral. So Harry's no different than Meghan. They're both vipers. Okay. All right, guys. Her son has a YouTube channel. Oh, I'll check it out, Aloha. All right, guys. This was very nice. Thanks for joining me tonight. This is always fun. I will chat with you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. And I'll see you soon. Love you. Ciao. Mwah.